Now we're going to move on to the bobble stitches, which is one of my favourite stitches. Okay, it's a great fun stitch. I'm showing it to you here in the damson colour. You will work a couple of rows in triple crochet in the damson colour before you will start your bobble stitch row. Later on in the blanket you'll be working bobble stitches in this gorgeous damson colour. So let's begin. So here is my sample from earlier. Okay, and we're going to work, your first few rows of bobble stitch will be in this lovely claret colour. Again, so let's join the new yarn. So insert your hook into your loop, yarn over. Okay, so this row of bobble stitches is actually a row of double crochet and bobble stitches, and because we're starting with double crochets we're going to chain one, which doesn't count as a stitch before we turn our work. So chain one and turn your work. Now it's really important on this row that you count your stitches for the bobble placements. So we are going to work into the very first stitch, one double crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, one double crochet. Now we are going to do 7 stitches in double crochet, this one the first. So 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you should have 7 double crochets. We're now going to begin our first bobble stitch. Okay, into your 8th stitch. So it's going to be like working 5 triple crochet stitches into the same stitch. So if you just follow me, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and you are left with 2 loops on your hook. You want to work it slightly loose. Now instead of pulling up these 2 loops, we're going to yarn over again and insert our hook into the same stitch. Yarn over, and you should have 4 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, and you should be left with 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to repeat this again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, you have got 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're left with 4 loops on your hook. Let's repeat that one more time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and you're left with 5 loops on your hook. So yarn over, and now we're going to pull through all 5 of those loops. Okay, and the bobble stitches are always worked on the wrong side, so you've got that lovely little puff sticking out on the right side, which you can see there. Okay, so now you have finished your first bobble stitch. We're now going to do another 7 double crochets. So let's start. 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. Again, it's really important that you count your stitches on this row because you want your bobble stitch placements to be perfect. Okay, so let's start our second bobble stitch. Again, we're going to work into the next stitch. That's yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and you're left with 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops again, and you are left with 3 loops on your stitch. We'll keep repeating this until you are left with 5 loops on your stitch. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Then if you turn your work, you will see that you have 2 lovely bobble stitches. Now you are going to repeat this process until the end of the row. As this is just a swatch, I have only got 4 double crochets left at the end of my row, but you should be left with 6 double crochets at the end of your row. So when you get to the end of your row, We are now going to be working the next row in triple crochet. So we need to do a chain 2, which does not count as the first stitch, and then we're going to turn our work. And this next row is going to be one whole row of triple crochet. So again, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through the last 2 loops, and continue working in triple crochet until you get to the end of the row, ready to start your next row of bobble crochet stitches. So don't forget to pause the video at any time and go back and look at the bobble stitch if you are still not sure. I've tried to match my nail varnish today. This is one of my favourite colours in the blanket. And the great thing about crochet is if you make a mistake and you have done your counting wrong, don't worry, because you can just pull back your yarn into right back to the beginning and just start again. So I've just shown you a little example of that, and I'm just starting again. So continue working your triple crochets until you get to the end of your triple crochet row. Okay, so I'm just on my last triple crochet stitch and I'm ready to turn my work. Okay, so we're now going to be working another row of bobble stitches, which means we're also going to be working double crochet stitches as well at the same time. So I'm going to chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, and turn my work. Again, your bobble stitches, you work on the wrong side of your work on a bobble stitch row. So to make sure the bobble stitches are staggered, we're going to start with 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to start our first bobble stitch of this row. Again, we're working 5 triple crochets into 1 stitch. So that's yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up 2 loops. Leave those 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops again, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2 loops, 4 loops on your hook. One more time, yarn over, and we have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. And there you have your first bobble stitch of that row. Now we're going to work 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to begin our second bobble stitch. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 2 loops again, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert, 4 loops on your hook. Continue this until you're left with 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 5 loops, and that is your second bobble stitch complete. So between your bobble stitches you should have 7 double crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my last stitch on my sample here is a bobble stitch, but it won't be on your row of bobble stitches. On your second row you should be left with 2 double crochets at the end of your row, but let me just show you one more time how to do the bobble stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Continue this until you are left with 5 loops on your hook. 5 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through, and there we have it. So in each of your bobble stitch rows you should have 17 bobble stitches.